Biti reacts to claims Mwonzora will beat Chamisa at MDC Congress. Speaking to Daily News, MDC Vice Chairperson Tendai Biti reacted to suggestions by Zanu-PF Youth League leader Lewis Matutu that Douglas Mwonzora is likely to beat the current popular leader, Nelson Chamisa, at the opposition party's Congress scheduled for May 24 to 26. He said the party would not accept to be led by a ruling party-chosen half-wit. Biti said MDC will reject any person that is not Chamisa. Said Biti, "We will reject any nincompoop given to us by Zanu-PF. We already have a candidate in Chamisa. So, we will not tolerate that. Our duty is to protect the legacy of our dear leader Morgan Tsvangirai, and we know with Chamisa we will be able to do that." The MDC Youth Assembly also claimed that Zanu-PF wanted a weaker candidate to emerge as the party's leader in May for obvious reasons, vowing that this would not happen. MDC Alliance Deputy President Engineer Lewis Matutu yesterday said the forthcoming opposition party's Congress in May could split the party due to factional fights. MDC Alliance, led by Mr. Nelson Chamisa, will hold its Congress from May 24 to 26, but members are bickering over the conduct of elections and the posts to be contested at the Indaba. In his first tweet in a year, Matutu delivered an ominous warning. The coming MDCT Congress threatens to tear the party apart and jeopardize our chances of winning the 2023 elections, ruining the hopes of millions. "Let's do what is right," tweeted Matutu. MDCT must respect its constitution, remove fear and factional divisions to enable members to elect a leader that will unite us and focus on ending suffering in Zimbabwe. Contacted for comment over his Twitter post, Matutu said he was in a meeting. The last time Matutu posted something on the microblogging site was when he, together with Dr. Thokozani Kup and Mr. Nelson Chamisa, were jostling to lead the party, just before the death of the party's founding president Mr. Morgan Tsvangirai. Mr. Chamisa grabbed power following Mr. Tsvangirai's death, effectively splitting the party, with Dr. Cook breaking away to lead the original MDCT while the former joined forces with other opposition parties to form the MDC Alliance. During that time, Matutu said if Mr. Chamisa was to lose in the presidential election held in July last year, which he did, he would be challenged as the party's president during the party's Congress. A rift has emerged as to what positions are up for grabs. The Herald can report that Mr. Chamisa's camp is saying only 4 will be contested, while Secretary General Mr. Douglas Mwonzora insists that all the 16 standing committee posts should be decided by the Congress. Mr. Chamisa's camp, led by Deputy National Treasurer Mr. Charlton Hwend, has said only the posts of President, Vice President, National Chairperson, and Vice National Chairperson would be contested. Mr. Hwend said this on his Twitter handle, drawing barbs from other members. Some party supporters said it was not tenable that influential positions such as Secretary General and Organizing Secretary should be allowed to be decided by an individual or organ. They said doing so had the effect of undermining the ethos of democracy. The assertion that only 4 posts would be contested is also in sharp contrast with Mr. Mwonzora's views that all the 16 standing committee posts should be contested. Party spokesperson Mr. Jacob Mayfield insisted that only 4 posts will be contested at Congress while the remainder would be appointed by the President and the National Executive Council. Only 4 posts will be contested in terms of the current constitution. If there is a different view, that would be discussed as we approach Congress, but currently the Constitution says only those 4 would be contested. With respect to the remaining posts, the President will appoint some while the National Executive will appoint others. You will also reckon that posts like Secretary General are mere administrative posts, said Mr. Mayfield. While Mr. Mwonzora was not available for comment yesterday, he told Voice of America on Thursday that all the posts would be contested at Congress. The Constitution says all posts will be contested by anyone who would have been nominated. What we do not know is who is contesting which posts. It is also important to note that now Congress dates have been announced, needless suspensions of members should be put on hold. There are 16 standing committee posts and these are the positions that should be contested. The issue of how many posts would be contested came up in our last National Council meeting recently, and we agreed to refer to the constitution signed by Mr. Morgan Tsvangirai. We have since done that. So all the 16 posts should be contested, said Mr. Mwonzora. Tendai Biti is the president of the People's Democratic Party, a prominent lawyer, activist, politician, and member of parliament for Harare East. Biti was part of the founding team of the Movement for Democratic Change in 1999 together with Morgan Tsvangirai, Gibson Sibanda, Welshman.